Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Uzaru Jirambe back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. On the global and the JP side, we now have the LR Extreme Z Battle and Extreme Z Awakening for the Fizz Cell. And in this video, we'll be talking team builds and tactics, so you can take on all 10 stages of this event, get all of the Extreme Z Awakening medals and rewards associated. And we'll talk about all that here in a minute. But first, make sure you check out that link in the description below to join the awesome Discord community. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to stay up to date on future content like this. Drop a like on the video today if you find useful information, and comment down below if you need any additional help with this event. So let's go ahead and hop over here. Let's take a quick look on the Dokkan Wiki at the Entrusted Will category. We only have that Agl Trunks as the leader unit, but we do have some other lead units. If you don't have him, we've got some other teams you can take on here. Here are our LRs because, of course, legendary power link skill units, and those that are LRs will deal more damage. So you want to try to bring as many of them in as you can, but avoid any int type units because this cell does a lot of damage, and if you have a type disadvantage unit get a super attack or anything like that, he can definitely one-shot you. So be careful about that. If you do have to bring them in, I recommend against it, but if you do have to bring them in, be careful with that. And we have the type advantage LR, the strength Trunks that we get from Super Battle Road missions. I don't have him, but I will say I've seen other people use him, and he's a really good unit. If you do have him, he fits in pretty well on a team. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then you can see some of the other TURs on the category if you want to pause the video and look at that. But I will say, if you do have to substitute an LR for a TUR, try to stick with type advantage on these strength type units. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop over to Dokkan Battle and then quickly talk about the three teams that I have found useful. There are more teams you can play around a little bit, but some of the best options, it gives you some good flexibility. First one's going to be a Goku's Family and Super Saiyan team, because if you were lucky enough to get the Gohan and Goku from the recent celebration, they have the Goku's Family and Super Saiyan's category lead, and you can make a team of all LRs besides them, of course. Really good team there. That's the one I've been using. That's the one we're going to show you today. Another good option is the Hybrid Saiyans team, and this is where that LR Strength Trunks would fit if I had him, but nonetheless, you can see we can still make a full LR team out of that, and that Gohan being type advantage and with his Extreme Z Awakening is a pretty good option for the event. And then our final team is going to be a Super Saiyan category team. If you don't have the Goku and Gohan, you can, if you have this Strength Namek Goku, you can bring him in, Super Saiyan category lead, and you can put most LRs, and then, you know, there's some other flexibility. You can play around with the teams a little bit, but you can put some other units on there that are Super Saiyan Strength type units, or things like that. But, again, if you need more help building the team, drop comments down in the comment section below and I'll help you out with that. But let's go ahead and take on Stage 10, and let's see what we can do here. And I'm telling you, this guy deals a good chunk of damage, so you got to be really careful where you're putting your units. I will say the Agl Goku here, the main thing we're going to be looking at with him is we're going to be trying our best to mitigate some of the damage by getting some of his evasion off. He doesn't take a lot of damage most of the time, but if he does get super attacked, you know, your best chance of evading that is, of course, with that UI Goku if you have him. As you can see here, he is evading quite a bit. And let's just see how much damage he's going to do. He's not too bad, but he's not going to be one of the hardest hitters on the team. And that shows you just how much this guy, this cell, is going to tank. But here's the Strength Goku and Gohan. Again, not an LR unit, but they will be putting out some pretty good numbers. And now you'll also see, well, never mind, you won't see because they evaded, but they do a decent job at tanking as well. So even if they're taking those super attacks, not a bad unit to take it. But the LR Bardock, excuse me, and this LR Trunks are actually both very good units for the event. They're actually two of the hardest hitting units on the team, as you will see here in a second. And let's go ahead and see what we've got here. If we get some crits off with the Strength Goku and Gohan as well, they will be able to do some pretty good damage. I think most of the time they near about 2 million when they get a crit, and a little under or around 1 million without the crit, but not too bad, especially for a non-LR unit for a Legendary Extreme Z Battle, not doing too bad. And there you go, the Trunks, without even a crit, did 3 million damage. So really, the Trunks and the Bardock, as long as they can get some crits off, I have found that they have usually been the ones to deal a good chunk of damage, or most of the damage, for this event. So basically, it's a game of trying your best to out-damage the Cell and try to tank as best as you can, because some of these super attacks can really deal some damage, so you just got to be careful with that. So let's go ahead and again, let's place that UI Goku at the front slot, and let's go ahead and see here. Let's go ahead and swap this Strength Goku and Gohan there to try to tank some of that. The Agl Gohan is mostly a tanky unit, but some of the times he does actually get hit pretty hard. One of the stages I actually got hit for 300,000 damage on the Gohan with a super attack, so he's not a concrete unit like he is in most of the events as far as tanking goes, so you gotta be careful about that. Let's go ahead and again, let's see just how much this non-LR unit can deal. If we get a crit off, we'll probably get a decent amount there. Still no crit, but almost 2 million damage. And here comes the super attack. We'll see just how much damage the Strength Goku and Gohan are going to take. Not too bad there. So you can see they are a very viable unit for placing in those slots to try to tank some damage. And then that UI Goku is going to be there to hope that he can evade, because those are going to be two really good things for trying to mitigate some of the damage you're going to be getting. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is pretty much just outlasting the Cell until you can deal enough damage, because a lot of the units you can see on this team, and even some of the other units that I didn't bring in, that you could have brought in, will deal a good chunk of damage. And again, it's just going to be a matter of trying your best to survive long enough to be able to get him down to 0. And there we go, the Goku is doing some evasion there, so not too bad. And I'm feeling like this will be the rotation to finish it up. Hopefully this Trunks will, maybe he'll get a crit. No crit, but still 3 million damage. Got the additional with, of course, a crit there. But he also is tanking fairly well once you get his super attack off. Does pretty good there. And here comes the Bardock. Both the LR Fizz Trunks and Bardock are Extreme Z Awaken on this team. And there we go. Bardock's going to finish it off. So there you have it. Stage 10. Again, this is not the only team you can bring in, and this is a difficult event. The Legendary Extreme Z battles are usually fairly difficult, but this one in particular doesn't really give you a whole lot to do as far as the Entrusted Will category, but you have to get creative and find some alternatives rather than just an Entrusted Will category lead. But as you saw, we had some options there, and if you need additional help, I'll do my best to help you. Drop that down in the comment section below, or you can join the Discord chat and we'll help you over there as well. But that's everything for the video today. Hopefully you did find some useful information. Hopefully I helped you out. Hopefully you can get all the way through Stage 10 so you can get all those rewards and the Awakening medals. But again, make sure you're joining the awesome Discord community. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to stay up to date on future content like this. Best of luck on taking on the event. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming by and checking out the video today. And we'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.